Hi everyone, my name is Wayne Liang, the Aragon Watch designer, and welcome to our Aragon Watch presentation. So today we are going to talk about the final version of the Aragon Enforcer NE20. Okay, these are the final two NE20 for our 2022 production, and after this, we don't see any 20 movements coming in the 2022 or 2023. So I hope after you see this video, you're going to take this opportunity and purchase this watch. And also, this is the final two colors for the limited edition of 50 pieces per color and per color execution. So let's just come in. And you might have seen this collection in the pink, the black, and other colors. And what we have today is the orange and the white dial that glows in the mint green. Okay, so let's come in. It's really, really nice watch, very well built. And we're only doing one size, okay? We're doing only one size in the 50 millimeter. So just to give you some interesting information about the NE20. It has 29 joules. It's a hacking movement. It also has power reserve. Okay, the day and the date. Now, what's interesting is you might have seen a lot of brands. Maybe not a lot of brands. I'll take it back. A few brands use the NE20. But mainly, this movement is exclusive for the Seiko brand in the past history. With the Citizen or the Miyota, you have the 9100, for the power reserve. But for the Seiko brand, you have the NE20, which is the one you're seeing right now, and also the NE57. Now, what's the difference between the two? So let me point this out to you. So at the 10 and 11 o'clock position, you have your power reserve. So let me take this and move the hands away so you can see it better. Okay, now. So what we have here, the hand is pointing at the red location. That means the energy or the power inside the watch is very, very little, right? So once I push this down, okay, I just press the crown down. And you can do it two ways. You can manually wind it, watch carefully with the hands. You see how the hand is going from the red areas into the blue? Okay, there's one way you can charge the watch by manual wind the crown clockwise. Or you can also wear the watch on your wrist and the rotor winds both directions to charge the watch. So this is a fully decorated rotor. Okay, this Côte de Genève engraving, very nicely done. So let me go back to the dial to continue. Now, you're gonna wonder, okay, Aragon watch have used NE20 and Aragon watch has used NE57, and what are the difference between the two? So you have the power reserve here, the day and date, and this movement is also a 20,800 vibration per hour versus the VS57 is 21,600 VPH. So if you can see the second hand, it runs a lot smoother. This movement is a premium Seiko movement. It's on the high-end side. With the Seiko brands, you're probably looking at, I don't know, maybe $800, I'm guessing. But you can do the research on Google. All right. So let me continue talk about this watch. So this is the Enforcer collection, and this is the final production for the entire collection. And we do also have the NX36 and also the NE88, which is we only have for the NE88. I believe we only have the white dial left and very few quantities. And at the 9 o'clock profile, the sidewall, you see this helium release valve. So this watch with the way we built the case, the construction of the case, it could resist up to 1,000 meters of water resistance, which is equivalent to 3,300 feet submergible underwater. And make sure you lock the crown. I haven't locked it yet, right? So you can also see how the crown is located at the 4 o'clock position, and the local area is filled with green lume, glows green. And it's also indented, located right below the surface of the crown. So you can see it when you get this watch at home. It's really cool. And to lock it is you simply just push, okay, and turn clockwise. All right, now, so this is a very, very cool feature. And let's go back to the the white dial, and we continue to explain to you. For some of you new to this, to collecting Aragon watches, I just moved this. It's really cool. You were able to see that anti-reflective coating. It was like right on the edge of. So this is sapphire crystal. Let me make sure it is sapphire crystal. I believe it is. Yep, sapphire. Because so it also has 6 layers of anti-reflective coating. The bezel is 50 millimeter, 120 clicks. White lume glows blue on the bezel, and then for the hour index and the hands, it is green. White lume glows green, and the dial is white lume glows tinted green. You can see the anti-reflective coating is right here. This tinted blue is really nice. All right, so go back to the dial. You can see the chapter ring. Now, there's multi-dimension. So firstly, the chapter ring on the edge is flat surface, okay? It's printed with the micro printing of the minute lines and the numerals, okay? And then the chapter ring begins to slope down into the dial, and every location of the hour index is cut into the chapter ring. All right, you can see that. So if you're gonna get the white dial, so you will see the hands you're getting and the hour index are all done in furnace blue, okay? And then you can see the date with the yellow hand, the orange hand, and the red hand for the power reserve. All right. So another thing is what I like about this watch is the bezel is done with this sunburst polishing. And then the case and the bracelet is done with this high polished mirror finish. And the bracelet tapers down from 32 millimeter, tapers down to 24. So the whole thing is fully integrated from the case to the bracelet. Now, each one of the link is about 5 millimeter in thickness, solid stainless steel, 316L. Okay, so hypoallergenic, exhibition case back, and also with this amazing, very, how would I say? I mean, we've seen a lot of the dive clasp, with flip lock safety, and the glide lock is considered to be, a little bit more costly and a little bit more unique. Solid stainless steel deploying with 4 buttons, 2 buttons to release the clasp, and 2 buttons is to adjust the micro adjustment. Okay, so you can, very cool, right? All right, so going back to the sunburst orange. This is amazing. It's if you're into dial colors, all right, not just black or white or black or silver. If you're into, you want to try something different, try something very saturated and very vibrant, gotta go for this. It's like when you wear this watch, you look at the dial colors, it makes you happy, it makes you smile, because it's so different. It's so different than a black dial watch. I mean, I only wear black dial watch, mostly. I would say that, mostly. I do have a lime green watch, I do have a yellow dial watch, but my favorite dial is always black. But you know what? When I look at this orange, I was like, wow, it makes me happy. It makes me feel like today is a sunny day. All right, so I think I cover all. Maybe the only thing I haven't talked about is the thickness. It's about 18 millimeter in thickness. North to south, I'm guessing somewhere like 55, 56. Correct me if I'm wrong. I also want to point out another special feature about this watch is you can see the crown is located at the 4 o'clock position, right? But what I like about this is the crown guard. It's a one-sided crown guard. You see how there's none over here? It's almost like, it makes it really, really special. It makes this this Aragon Enforcer collection very special. And then the little details, maybe some people see it or don't see it. There's 2 holes, and it's drilled through from top to bottom. It's not decoration. It's purposely done this way. Imagine, the drill in the factory is going like zzz, like going up and down. And then look at how small the hole is, and it's drilled through. You can see how small that little tiny drill, and how many times before it breaks. So I've seen the factory production. It's just really, really cool. And for guys like us, like you, watch collectors, I guarantee you will enjoy. You could just sit there and just watch how the whole manufacturing process, from the case manufacturing to like the tuning the movement and assembling the dials and the hands, all that. Water pressure testing. It's really, really cool. So that's it. So after this video, at the end of it, we always like to give you like a 5 to 10 seconds loom shot. You can see, what they look like in the dark. I know guys like us really enjoy looking at our watches in the dark. It's a funny thing, isn't it? Okay, maybe one last thing I want to do is the size perspective. All right, I talked enough about the white dial. Oh, one last thing I want to mention. Maybe just go back to the white dial for a second. All right, when you look at the subdials, the design of the dial, the subdials, is a stadium style, meaning the subdial, it reverse in. Okay, very cool. It's a stadium design, and I like to do that. I like to do that to mostly all the Aragon watch. Whenever there's a subdials like the chronograph or the multifunctions. All right, once again, if you're new to the brand, you're new to watch the Aragon watch presentation, I have a 6.5-inch wrist. This is a 50mm watch case, and you can see, okay, the north and south is tapers down to my wrist. Very comfortable. I have to say, it's very, very comfortable. And I do understand, maybe 50mm is not for you. Just enjoy the video, because we do have a variety of different sizes and watches. Maybe not necessarily the NE20, but if you are 3 hands with day, we do have the NH36 in the 45mm, okay? And we also have 42mm watches as well, excuse me, in the Dive Master collection. All right, and other, like Matador, we also have 42mm. So there's different design, different sizes for everyone. So there's no need to say like, oh, nobody needs a watch in a 50. Maybe, some guys, you're like 6 feet tall, or 6.5, I mean, not 6.5 inches, 6.2 feet tall, or 6.5 feet, I'm sorry, I keep saying it wrong. 6 feet 5 inches tall. They weigh like 180 or 220 pounds. They do look quite good. They do look really good when they wear an oversized watch. Seriously. All right, I think I have, said enough. And thank you very much. Please, and help us, because we've been around for 30 years, and still today, not everyone knows the brand. Share this video with your friends. Share the brands with your friends. Give us a like. Let us know, what you like. And I do read all the comments. And subscribe to our channels, social media, YouTube, everywhere, and give us a like. All right. Thank you very much. I will see you again.